He's the right fit and the right match for this roster and this group. And some really exciting basketball is upon us here.
Woj just tweeted that the Cleveland Cavaliers are hiring Kenny Atkinson as the franchise's next head coach.
That's per multiple reports. Atkinson most recently was the assistant coach under Steve Kerr, the lead assistant there in Golden State since 2021. Prior to that, he was the head coach for the Nets for 4 years from 2016 to 2020.
Kenny Atkinson was introduced as the Cavs head coach today. He's excited about the opportunity and sees the potential with this group.
Raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Give us your name and your outlet so Coach can have a chance to put a face with the name.
Kobe, just what are maybe a couple things that really stood out from him compared, not to put down your other candidates, but you had to pick one, and there had to be a couple reasons behind it.
He's innovative. His approach is creative. I think we're going to see a lot of different lineups, a lot of different strategy. How we use Evan this year is going to be pretty cool. I love the relationship piece that he has with guys. I think, you know, when we started out, we talked about the 22 wins 5 years ago, our whole foundation was going to be built on player development. And even though we made a conference semis and we've won 99 games the last 2 years, that's all well and good, but we don't want to lose focus on that. And at his core, that's who he is. You know, he wants to be on the floor with guys. He wants that sweat equity with guys. And when you have an Evan Mobley who's 23 and a Darius Garland who's 24, they have not reached their potential yet at all, right? They've not peaked yet at all. And so when you have a coach that's fastball as player development and you do your research around the game and that's all they say, the best player development coach you can possibly find, that gives me solace to know that that program that we have is going to be the best in the world.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Hey, Kenny. Welcome to Cleveland. What is your ultimate vision for a Kenny Atkinson team?
I think first thing, and when you first get to a team, it's really get to know your players, like establish the relationships. I always think it starts with, I'll kind of quote Donovan's old college coach, Rick Pitino. It starts with, if every guy gets a little bit better, every individual gets a little bit better, that's how you can make the next step. The roster that's in place, there's enough. There's enough to take that next step.
This is kind of an open-ended question, but what's the key to connecting with a player as a coach?
Transparency, honesty, and then what's behind that is love and care, right? Like, it's you got to be, kind of super transparent, honest with them, and then you're, I think of my Jared Allen experience where I was, coach him hard, but I also, I took him in the gym and said, your number's going up in these rafters, and I really believe that. Like, you were that talented, so that, that where you really believe in them, but you also got to coach them and be honest with them.
The energy he brings, that Kenny brings, is excellent. He's going to get on you, he's going to yell at you, but at the end of the day, it's coming from the heart, and he just wants you to improve as a player.
Someone a player wants to play for, he's a player's coach. And he is very passionate about winning and player development. So I'm looking forward to getting reunited with him.
Hi, Kenny. Seaman Miko, Hoopswire. Is your staff, have you got your staff together? And the other question is, what is that process like in terms of hiring assistants? How do you go about that?
Yeah, I think we are working on it together. Kobe and the front office and me. And I think, again, how I work, it's a collaborative effort. We're going to try to bring the strongest staff around these guys. I think it's tricky, right? It is. There's a lot of moving pieces. So there's a lot of talented talented people, a lot of talented staff out there. So we're in the process of getting that together.
Kenny, you mentioned your experience in Golden State and how Steve handled superstar players. What specifically did you learn about that you think can help you with somebody like Donovan?
I think what I observed, in both those places, more one-on-ones, more individual conversations. I think you're partnering with your best players. My experience, a lot of times, they might say no. Why don't we do this in the pick and roll? Why don't we do this? And so really, it's a true partnership, and that means you better be a great listener. When you do have those one-on-ones, and you're not taking maybe every idea they have, but you're implementing some of them, and it's going to help. Obviously help the team.
And Kobe, for you, where do you guys stand with extension talks related to Donovan?
What we're saying is that tonight could be the last game for Donovan Mitchell as a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
We got to keep it 100, and that's the number, 100%. Donovan Mitchell has played his last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
It's funny, I feel like people be trying their hardest to make him not go to Cleveland.
The city has had just such a hold on me, like the level of passion, the fans, the people, the food, you can go down to the other sports teams. Like, there's just so much that I see myself in a place that I like to call home. You know what I mean? Outside of just basketball. Basketball, I can tell you, we got DG, we got Ev, we got JA, we got a great staff, we got a great organization. Like, those are the easiest, obvious answers to the eye. But I feel like, when you choose to sign somewhere, you're not just signing to play basketball, you're signing to have your life there. And for me, that's really what ultimately it came down to.
Glad I got I can focus, Get to it.
And a lot of people came to their own conclusion saying that Donovan Mitchell may and may not leave.
Where do you guys stand with extension talks related to Donovan?
Massive news for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell, their 5-time All-Star guard, has agreed to a 3-year, $150.3 million contract extension.
Cavs All-Star Donovan Mitchell has agreed on a 3-year, $150.3 million maximum contract extension.
In fact, he said to me, I am happy in Cleveland. I've been happy since I've arrived in Cleveland. Emphasized that I am not leaving this season unhappy. Yeah. I'm leaving it more determined.
We feel good about Donovan. He's in a great space mentally. Really enjoyed the fact that him and Kenny could sit down and talk about the future, talk about the team. He's invested. He's really invested in what we're doing. And he's been great. He's been super involved and super collaborative and very, very much pro Cleveland.
Everybody's kind of looking to see, waiting to hear. When do you think this Evan Mobley contract extension gets done?
The Cavs and Evan Mobley have agreed to a massive contract extension.
Just by him signing the contract to stay in Cleveland, it is a win for the organization.
I really do truly love this organization.
Breaking news with the Cavaliers as they have signed Jarrett Allen to a 3-year, $91 million extension.
And I think that this is a great move for the Cavs. I do.
Tristan Thompson is returning to Cleveland.
The news reads, restricted free agent Oscar Pearl has agreed on a 3-year, $38 million deal to stay with the Cavaliers.
This was the final NBA Woj bomb.
It feels good. I always want to be back here. Always wanted to come back here. I love Cleveland.
Joe Gabriel, Cavs.com.
Hey, Joe.
How you doing? Coach, before you even took the reins last week, your first official job as coach, you were in the draft room, I understand, and you kind of helped with the picking of Jalen.
Hey, Cleveland, this is Kobe.
This is Kobe.
Hey, Kobe. Chris Bogosian here.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, buddy. Jacoby Walters was just selected. You got 5 minutes. You're on the clock.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
His parents named him after the dribble, drive, pass, and shoot. Does that help? Yeah, I like toughness. Let's go. 6'6". Play him all over the floor. It's an offensive rebound. It's our last first for a long time. All right, guys, we're going with Jalen Tyson.
Cleveland, you have 3 minutes.
Chris,
Yes.
we are ready.
Ready when you are.
The Cleveland Cavaliers select Jalen Tyson.
Got it. Jalen Tyson from California, Berkeley.
Sounds good.
Great. Thank you, Kobe. Yep.
All right,
Bye.
guys. Congrats.
We're excited, and Kenny's excited.
What an incredible pick. So with Kobe and their history of Brandon, their history of drafting guys, I felt pretty it was the best draft I ever had. I could just kind of like come in there, yeah, like man, so I felt good about it. Then when I got the text from people I really respect in the league, that this guy's really good. And then the last part of that, I called Mark Mattson, who I know from along, and it was like we got 20 minutes on the phone. Of course, college coaches support their guy, but it was like over the top. Like, he's really, excited. Now he told me he was going to be in the rotation this year. That's how. And I said, Mark, the NBA is pretty good, and who knows, But I thought that's how much he liked him. So that's pretty cool.
Man, what's going on, man? Kobe Alma from the Cavaliers. Congratulations.
Thank y'all, man. Thank you, man. I'm speechless right now.
Man, you came into Cleveland and crushed the workout, and we couldn't be more excited about you, man.
Man, thank you so much. I'm ready to build. I promise you, the best decision y'all ever made.
I appreciate that, man. I got our new head coach, Kenny Atkinson. Coach Kenny's on the phone with you right now. Just say hello to him.
Okay, awesome. What's up, coach?
Man, so proud. Congratulations. I can't imagine what you're feeling now. We're all excited here. Can't wait to meet you. Can't wait to get you in the gym.
Thank you so much. Hey, congrats on the job, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I love it. You're aware, obviously. A lot of guys aren't aware. You're aware. That's great, man. Man, I watch you at Cal. Love your game. You're a big reason they overachieved this year. So great job. Can't wait to meet you.
Thank you so much.
All right. All right. See
man,
you soon.
Enjoy the night. Enjoy the night. We're getting you back to Cleveland, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, man. Congrats.
All right, thank you.
All right. I like his personality. Best decision you ever made.
And you're inheriting a solid roster here. How different is that for you as a coach to kind of take on this kind of a project now?
It's the next challenge.
Ready for the season?
Ready for the season. Sneaking up on us, though.
That's a fact.
It's a fact.
In concept, physicality on the screeners. Hold. They are terrific.
Bang. Hit over there. So you guys do the defense here, right? Play with ball, offense. Now we're coming here, same thing I told you, Johnny, stick hand.
Yo, DC, I'm taking you out of the pod chat. You're coming in the and then you see it coming like you're steering him there, but if I'm going like this, let's say you can get that under real quick. You just let him dribble. I'm sitting there. Hey, dog, get. Push.
That's, my mindset's been, this isn't an overhaul, right? We're not changing all our pick and roll coverages. I would say there's more tweaks and little things we're adjusting. So that I think would be a big mistake to come in here and try to do too much. So that's part of part of my job, a part of our staff's job, is to really lean into the good things that this team has done, and then give little tweaks here and there, little pushes here and there. But that's it's a challenge, right? Because you have your system, the way you've done it in the past, and the way you've seen it with Golden State, the Clippers, and Brooklyn. So again, I'm leaning into what these guys do well right now, and tweaking their stuff. I think we can get better at.
Just want to pick his brain a little bit. He had a lot of really good guys that he's coached. Been around the league a couple times, so super cool just to try to pick his brain and just see what he learned from some of the greats. He coached one of the guys I look up to, Steph Curry. Won a championship with him, so just trying to figure out what I can do that Steph did, and try to pick some brain about that, and even like his offensive schemes. Just pretty excited to what he'd do in game and what he has for us for the entire team, actually. So I'm pretty excited basketball-wise as well.
He's fiery, but also he's one of the best at player development. An X's and O's guy who can really, help us, I think, get to that next level. But I tell people all the time, it started when he got the job. Not only did he fly from France to come meet with me, myself, DG, and Ev, but we're talking and texting about, schemes, and it's like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., that just speaks to, how much somebody wanted the hunger, and that's what you want in a head coach. And, for myself, to have that as your leader, your guy, the head of the snake, that's something that, you truly want. I think all of our guys kind of feel that as well.
Tag anyone else, give them the ball. Okay, got to stay inside the three-point line. Go, play.
Max, what are your early impressions of Camp Kenny?
Kenny, is that what we're calling it?
I don't know. Just kind of workshopping it a little bit.
It's been fun. We're playing a lot. We're getting up and down. It's very organized, very structured. It's good for us. It's been a good first couple days.
How much chemistry does that help build for the team?
I think it builds a lot of chemistry. Just having like little team dinners and little games and being out here, building camaraderie, having energy.
Conversations at dinner, really important, because we're going to hit the tough times. It'll happen during the season, and better someone, the easier it is to get through those tough times.
Where's everybody at? Don't tell you that ever again, you said?
Never.
I
feel great. My body feels great. It's been a long road back. It's been a lot of work, and I feel great. I'm excited to get going finally.
He's been one of the best players in camp, in my opinion. He's been shooting the ball really well, just getting downhill, finding his teammates, and being a good leader.
You saw what kind of competitor he is. I've seen him my whole life. But to see, obviously, he wishes he was out there. We're sitting next to each other in the locker room, so we talk all the time, and I understand what he was going through last year. And it's tough, it's not easy. I was hurt and I was out. To sit there and watch what he feel like he's trying to help out, and he's been a really great teammate. He's been a guy that's leading the bench unit, so it's been great to see, and now we've got to continue to build upon it.
Hey, today, we got our shots up, we're good. During practice, but we are going to do mental work, so we'll have 4 stations. But before that, we're going to play some football.
All right, go, begin.
I do this. Hey, Cleveland Browns, hit me up. You see that?
Especially in the exhibition games, the preseason games, it's 100% focused on our process, and I don't even, obviously, always competing to win, but also really focusing on our kind of key performance indicators, we call them, like how are we, are we really kind of improving in the areas we're trying to improve, and we kind of all know what they are, right? Like, hey, how's that big lineup doing? How are they do? Do we see progress there? How are Darius and Donovan meshing? What does that look like? So, yes, compete and win always, but also keeping an eye on, our improvement areas. There's so many things, great things in place. So excited about it.